Capricorn profile. Capricorn. We have the Queen of Pentacles coming out reversed. And I believe this Queen of Pentacles was coming out reversed in a few other people's profiles as well. Alright, we have the Hermit, Strength, Fool, Nine of Swords here. This is kind of looking like recklessness, and then kind of like trying to hide from the shame. Let's see though. All right, this Queen of Pentacles was coming out because I was picking up on the theme of like family attachments, toxic family attachments, and needing to break them. I was also getting like an overbearing or like a negative attachment possibly to a mother figure, or a negative like relationship with women possibly here. Or just having like a negative, like there's like a lack of respect. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles reverse is like there's no respect for her energy. Okay, whether that's a man or a woman, there's just a lack of respect for it. Now, this could even be a woman who has a lack of respect for herself. Okay, there's definitely possibly children involved here. But there's a lack of respect for the feminine element. Okay. Lack of respect or a negative attachment to it. Okay. Okay, and needing to kind of become, needing to pretty much fight for your own mind, or, you know, isolate one's mind from other people who have negative, who demonstrate negative feminine characteristics, okay, and or abuse feminine women or energy, okay, something along those lines, like needing to be away from it. Yeah, we have the Knight of Swords here, which is Gemini energy. That energy was coming out heavily in Sagittarius's reading. All right, and it was just kind of like, you know, I got to a point where those in Sagittarius energy or Sagittarius placements, it was just kind of like becoming Ray Charles. A lot of people were, you know, realizing that they had a gift, or there was just something that they needed to be focused on, and nobody focuses more than a Capricorn. So it was just kind of like, you know, people taking themselves out of an environment, whether that be social media, because that's, you know, the Nine of Swords is social media as well. It could be communication, email, correspondences, but it's communication and thought processes, being away from or taking yourself away from this type of dynamic, okay? And just focusing on something else, okay, that is more beneficial. The Ace of Pentacles came out in Sagittarius' reading as well. And so, you know, once that Ace of Pentacles comes through, like, it's Capricorn's energy that solidifies it. You know, this is you focusing on it for a long time, okay? That's where your energy comes in. So that opportunity was being presented for those who knew better, basically, in Sagittarius's energy, who didn't want to be a part of the nonsense, the bullshit, the drama, you know, coming from people who are just small-minded and just ignorant, okay, that have a whole lot to say, but nothing to say at the same time. You know, it's just kind of like an energy of needing to just focus. We have the Six of Cups here. So this is like negative. It talks about memories. It also can talk about pleasure here as well. But I get more like memories or like the past. This is definitely the past here. And you do rule the past, especially your opposite Capricorn rules history. The opposite, Cancer was dealing with what's being suppressed is finally being expressed. And then people actively trying to avoid the truth. So it's just kind of like when you're dealing with people who are actively avoiding the truth and like lack of accountability, and you know, that's basically what they're building in their life. Like that's what their life is built on. Like at some point, you know, those who are focused and want more for themselves, you're gonna have to detach from shit like that. You know, Like personally, I don't get a lot of Capricorn like views. I mean, I don't get a lot of views anyway, but I don't get a lot of Capricorn views. And I just feel like, you know, that's symbolic. A lot of Capricorns, those who are Capricorns or those in Capricorn energy, they're focused on something. You know, they don't have time to be listening to a tarot reading. Like, let's be so for real. Like, I don't, you know, people who are successful, I don't really see them investing a lot of time in social media and hearing what other people have to say. Like, they don't give a fuck about none of that. They're like, you people who are really focused on something, they're focused on said something, and that's it. Anything else, they're not giving energy to it, and that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Yeah, we have the Knight of Pentacles here, reverse. So this to me is just stagnant energy, negative talk here. And then this is about like the history or the past, like just people who are kind of stuck in the past, stuck talking about the past, you know, stuck dealing with situations that they have created in the past, because the Queen of Pentacles also talks about creating. Excuse me, this is, this could be children involved here, kind of just stuck, okay, with someone because of said children. Like, this is kind of the energy here, you know, people who are not evolving from negative past and things like that. Yeah, the Hangman is in the reverse, so this is a lack of self-awareness. Then we have the Lovers, Gemini energy here. This is just people who are not in alignment with themselves, don't know themselves. You have the Snake here. They're not transforming, not evolving. They're not whole. They're not whole at all. Eight of Swords wants to come out. Like, your energy just feels like I don't have patience. Like, I don't even have the patience to do this reading. And it just kind of feels like that's your energy. Like, you just don't have the patience for people. Because most people are on some bullshit. Like, I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. And I was getting energy drainage. Like, Gemini energy was giving me drainage. Like, I was feeling drained. It's just draining. I know the moon was in Capricorn yesterday. Now it's in Aquarius, and like that energy can be real heavy, like the moon in Capricorn. So it's just, to me, with now like the moon in Capricorn, in Aquarius, it's just kind of like wanting to be detached from it, because whatever the karma people have, because you do rule karma, right? You know, it's just people are holding on to it. They're not reflecting on it. And this is history literally repeating itself. And I don't believe history repeats itself. I believe people repeat themselves. Therefore, there's an illusion that history repeats itself, but people do. People repeat themselves. They keep doing the same shit over and over and over again. And like the Queen of Pentacles, like, starts the bloodline. Like, not necessarily starts it, but like continues it, right? And it's already starting off negative. There's no progress, even though progress is slow and this and the third, but it's like, this is stuck. Knight of Pentacles reverse is stuck. Knight of Swords reverse is drama, it's people talking shit, it's negative talk, it's gossip, you know, it's just gossip, you know, it's he say, she say, lies even, people are unaware. This is like being like, they're lacking self-awareness, and nothing good comes from a lack of self-awareness. And then you have memories or the past here, actively open here. It's still repeating. You know, it just becomes draining, and you don't really want to be a part of it. You don't want to deal with it. Like, you just don't. So, I mean, I'm not reading necessarily for Capricorn signs or Capricorn placements. It's just the energy of Capricorn, the 10th house, okay? Saturn energy. Like, a lot of people are just repeating karmic cycles. And one thing about Saturn, you know, Saturn, wherever it is in your chart, it does teach you about boundaries. It does teach you about putting up boundaries, learning how to do so, whatever sign it's in. And it's just kind of like, these people just don't have boundaries. So it's like, it's up to you to create these boundaries and not be a part of it. Like, and focus on something else that's beneficial for you. Like, it's just the collective, the energy is just so heavy and draining. Like, I can't even. Yeah, your energy's coming out. Capricorn energy's right here. We have it's a 777 kind of day. This is talking about justice. And I know Libra had move in silence, finally grasping the concept and applying it. I was also getting divine timing. Capricorn also rules divine timing as well. So, or Saturn does, your ruling planet. So it's just, okay. We have this a 666 kind of day. This card came out for Sagittarius. And I was getting Ray Charles to the bullshit, avoiding nonsense. Okay, focus on your gift. Okay, the 666 is also a gift as well. Focus on your gift. Okay, focus on yourself. And that's kind of the energy. Like, it's just kind of like, I don't know, Cap, your energy is just so heavy. It's so heavy. We have you seen us in your dreams? We've been trying to show you a prophecy. Dreams is a Piscean thing. Look, Sagittarius comes right out, and I just mentioned Sagittarius. So some of you may want to watch Sagittarius' reading for additional messages or to see what it is that what concept you need to be grasping that others are not. Hence is why they keep repeating a cycle here. We have also, it's a 222 kind of day, which it talks about balance. It talks about balance. So there's a lot of synchronicities coming out in your energy. But I do see people are mentally trapped here, stuck, bound to it, mentally confused, oblivious as well. But that red ribbon talks about being bound by something, like being under a spell. Or a karmic cycle. We also have justice. Even justice has this red ribbon around the eyes. So to me, especially with Scorpio's energy, I was getting justice has been served. Here's justice. And this is like being locked up. Justice has been served. You know, a new version of you has emerged. So if a new version of you has emerged, like you're looking whole and balanced, or, you know, this is indicating that there are some who are still locked up. Like, they're not balanced. They're still dealing with karma. They're still, you know, they're just still dealing with karma. Shit is still repeating. And then others of you are being released. It's kind of like when someone's in jail, you know, it's their day to come out. And then meanwhile, there's all these other motherfuckers still in jail. They still have a bid to serve. They're still serving a bid, but yet you're being released. Like, this is the energy I'm getting. And, you know, some people, I don't know jail culture, but when somebody's getting released, like, I don't really see a lot of people like either trying to go back into jail, even though they do. And I don't really see people getting out of jail trying to communicate with those who are still in jail. It just depends. That's going to be different for everybody. But, like, that's kind of the energy. You know, I'm not into celebrity culture, but, like, I did see G Herbo. He was a rapper or some shit like that. And he said in an interview that he had to move away from his hometown because he got tired of, you know, being responsible or obligated, like being responsible for bailing people out. He didn't want to catch a RICO charge. He didn't want to get in trouble or get caught the fuck up with people who are still about that life, still in that life. You know, he didn't want people calling him to bail him out, like to use him to bail them out just for them to go back in and do the same old shit. Like, he had to move out of his environment. So it's almost like he released, like he let himself out of some type of mental jail that most of the people are in. He had to get away from that environment. Like, there's something about this energy where people are repeating the past. They're not learning their lessons. A lot of karma is being dished out. And, you know, you're in a space where you need to just get out of the situation. Like, and I don't know what that means. You know, it could be as simple as you detoxing from social media because you're seeing how people mentally think and how they're acting, and you see what's going on in the world, and you just being a witness to it and then being emotionally affected by it. And then it just, why? Especially when there's something that you could be doing that could be bettering yourself. Like, there's something that you could be doing that could be bettering yourself instead of sitting there wasting time, which is Capricorn energy, wasting time on people who are clearly repeating the same old shit. Instead of arguing with people in the comments about them repeating the same old shit, you could literally just be doing something that's beneficial for you, okay? I don't know, man. Your energy just feels so heavy. I don't want to deal with it. It's not personal at all. It's just I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't want to read it. The energy is just so heavy, and like I've had a headache. I don't know if it's because I'm pregnant, but I've had a headache for like the past 2 days. Like that moon in Capricorn was really something. It was really something, and now it's just still persists. Like it just feels like the collective is nothing but a fucking headache. Like the collective is nothing but a fucking headache. So why even bother with it? Why even know what's going on with it? People, karma is just being served right now. You have a lot of people, especially I think with Pluto and Aquarius. I don't know if that's where it is. I gotta check my phone. But it's like a lot of people are being exposed. You know, Pluto and Aquarius energy, like a lot of people are being exposed right now. They're going through karma. They're being exposed. You know, they're being ostracized as they should, right? It's just, you know, like, it's kind of like y'all serving jury duty. Like, some of y'all can get out of jury duty. Fuck I gotta go to jury duty for? You know, I don't want to be, I have things to do. I got work, you know, I have other better things to do than be sitting around listening to nonsense all day. I don't know, man, Cap. Like, oh. I just don't really bother with it. And I don't know, you know, this could just be like personal, like an energy, like it's personal. I have Uranus retrograded and Neptune retrograded in Capricorn in the second house. And it's just like, you know, Uranus and Capricorn, Uranus and, what the hell did I say? Uranus and Neptune, these are like outer planets, so it talks about like the collective more than it talks about me. But obviously it's in my chart, so I'm affected by the collective in this way, in a Capricorn way. I don't want to be bothered with this shit at all. Like, the way I'm experiencing the collective is just, especially in a Capricorn way, in the second house of Taurus, where this is where you're stuck in your ways. You're comfortable here, right? You know, people don't like to change their second house. This is where people are comfortable at. You know, this is where people, they benefit from, you know, and it's just kind of like people are, they have been benefiting from this nonsense. And now, you know, things are changing and people are in an uproar. You know, especially with the moon in Aquarius, right? We got, I think Pluto is in Aquarius, or it's about to be. I have to check. In fact, let me check right now. But, you know, let me see. Yeah, Pluto is in Aquarius. Yep. In the first house, actually. And the first house rules, the first house is Aries, and Aries energy was giving becoming your own authority, the war for your own mind. So it's just kind of like not wanting to be a part of the collective. You don't want to be a part of it. There's no reason to try to argue with it. Like I said, true Capricorn energy is not, they're focused on the public. They care about the validation from the public and achievements and things like that. So you have to deal with the public, Capricorn energy. But Capricorn energy, first and foremost, is always focused on themselves and what they're trying to achieve first, right? If they get accolades and validation, you know, with it, great. But they are truly focused on themselves and whatever they're trying to achieve. They're not sitting around, I'm telling you, like, they're not sitting around watching tarot readings. They're not sitting around, you know, really, truly caring about someone else's opinion, right? Like, they're focused, they're transactional. 10th house energy is very transactional. I don't care, you know, the energy does not care how someone feels. We got Jupiter in Cancer, so there's like in the 6th house, so there's a lot of people who are trying to use like emotions, Cancer energy, to try to control the narrative, but it's just kind of like these people, you know, they can't hide behind Cancer energy anymore. Like, I don't even know. I'm going on a rant. This energy is just too heavy.